I'm Jerica, the Daybreak Stitcher. I'm actually coming to you from Northwest Arkansas. We were visiting family for the next few days, and so it's gonna be just this one time that I wanted to get this stuff done. I actually was trying to have this done before we left, but you know, here we are. Thank you for all of my returning viewers, and welcome for any new viewers. I noticed a little spike in my subscribers, and I want to thank you all for coming to support my channel, and thank you for your time and visiting with me today. I'm Jerica, Daybreak Stitcher, here on YouTube and Instagram. And let's see, it's been, I don't know if it's been a full month yet, but I know it's been at least 3.5 weeks since my last video. I wanted to give some time for everyone who wanted to comment on my last video, so that way we can do a little stitchy kindness at the end of this video. But in the meantime, I only have a few minutes, so I decided to hurry up and throw this together. There probably won't be too much editing. I tried to be as prepared as I could before I left by printing out a few things, so I didn't have to really like insert anything. But my next video, it'll be better. It'll be more normal. Okay, so let's see what has happened. I've been working on a few things, and I'm already behind. So I will start with something really pretty, and that is, oh, actually, let me catch up really quick. I'll just go through the whole thing. It doesn't matter. Okay, so my mother-in-law was visiting. What was it? I don't know. Probably before my video. Oh yeah, it was probably like 3 weeks ago. It's been since she had left, and then we waited until we started the Tiny Modernist Sentimental Moon Sal, which that is a whole story in itself. But I guess when I'm trying to rush, I can't really think about too much. However, we did start this design together. It's from the Tiny Modernist, and I don't have the design on hand, but I know that you know what it is. Oh, Twilight Moon. Oh, have mercy. So it's Twilight Moon from the Tiny Modernist, and I had some 40 count Loco Moco from Evertote and Roxy Floss, and we started stitching it. I don't know, I get carried away when it comes to bulk stitching because it just seems like it takes so long to get through. And for most of you who are new to my channel, I typically like more of like the Quaker lacy kind of bordery kind of stitching, because the dense stitching, it seems like you're just stitching and stitching. At least for me, it feels like I'm just stitching and stitching and I ain't getting nowhere. But so I don't always like to move toward like bulk stitching, like houses and full coverage, things like that. Like that to me, it's not my jam. But I really liked this design. So here's what it is. Here's my finish. And it's not, I just shoved it in there. It's not fully finished yet, but this is, I wanted to see if it fit in the frame, and it does. So here's my finish for the Sentimental Moon Sal that I kind of had an idea, and Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe connected with me about it, and we came up with the hashtag Sentimental Moon Sal because of just the sentiment of the day that we were starting it. And so in a nutshell, it's my late mother-in-law's mother's birthday. And so, not my mother-in-law's still here. Anyway, it's her mother's who has passed. It's her birthday. So we got to celebrate her birthday by starting this Twilight Moon. And the hashtag Sentimental Moon Sal. If you're working on it and you want me to see it, because I do want to follow it, then you can just tag me in it, so that way I can watch your progress and we can all cheer together when you finish. Yay? All right, so this is my finish. So pretty. Okay, so that was my only finish since my last video, because it was something really exciting. And then I picked up, well, it was short. So I overlap myself because I get excited about stuff. So Jem from Stitching Gem, she and I are obsessed with yellow things. I'm dropping stuff. Yellow things yellow on yellow, like it's just great. So the Artsy Housewife had came up with a design. I guess this is during market, I'm not sure, because I've been preoccupied this year. And what is this one called? I forget what it's called, but I will I'll put it in the description so that way at least it's given its respect. But it's it's the Artsy Housewife, and this is the design. And so we started this on, when did we start this? It was the 1st of July. Yes, it was July 1st we started this one. And this is as far as I've gotten. I think I'm probably at like 40% done. I'm not sure, but here's the colors. I just did a stash dive. The majority of the yellow is from the Silks For You color, and I don't even have it marked anywhere. I think it was just something I found in my stash. It was probably from a Christmas advent because it's not a full hank. So, and it didn't have a bag, but normally with Silks For You hanks, they come in like a plastic bag that has like the number of the color that's on it. And this one was just all by itself. So I think it was probably in one of the advent boxes. That they have like a Christmas, it's a 12 days of Christmas advent box that you can sign up for. It's not as expensive for what you get. I think it's actually pretty reasonable because you get so many different like skeins, a couple half hanks, a couple hanks, and then some little like little doodads and scissors and designs and all this kind of stuff. It's actually pretty good. If you're interested in like Christmas box advents for this year, you can connect with Jo from Silks For You, and she'll get you all signed up. But also with the conversion, I did some. I found it's by Stitch Me silk, and it's this whole like gradient? Not really gradient, but it's a whole. This came in a floss pack, so they all kind of match. They pair together very well. And then I did have another Roxy floss that was here for the lighter color of the stem, but I've already taken it off. I don't know why this one's still on there, because I normally, when I finish a color, I usually take it off the skein so I can kind of see, you know, I have less mess to fuss through. But I don't know, maybe I missed something. Anyway, it's still on here, but it's gonna probably be off like very shortly. But these are the colors, minus the other green, for this Artsy Housewife design. And this fabric is a 40 count opal fabric called Gold Rush from Hand Dyed by Rolanda that I picked up at Stitch North this year. But there we are. It's so pretty. I'm having a really good time with this, honestly. But I'm gonna try to slow down because it's not a race. It's about the enjoyment, but I really like it. Anyway, so that's another one. Let's see here. I think that's just notions. Okay. Another piece that I picked up just to kind of pace myself with that Artsy Housewife is from Jessica. What is it? Jedek Stitch. She has a design that came out earlier this year called Cherry Magpie. And I went to, at Stitch North, I was able to get this fabric and a floss conversion to Roxy Floss when I was at Stitch North. And I think this is actually, it's a 46 count Temptation by Roxy Floss. And here's my progress. Let me see. Here's my progress. So this color I wasn't too fond of because you can barely see it. And it's also the color that's inside of the eyes. So I decided to change it because this basket is supposed to be the same color and I didn't want to have that same kind of ghosty feel. So I switched it to a different floss that's in the color pack so it stands out a little bit better. But other than that, everything else is just as it's supposed to be. I reached the far end of the entire piece and now it's just filling in. I did get one of the cherries and I was working it over there. And I usually just work on this for like a few hours at night when my mind is racing and I just need to settle in, you know. So this one's coming along pretty good. Almost done. I think I'm at maybe 59%. The last time I looked, it's been like probably like a week since I picked it up, but I got some more progress done on that one. I think I get to about 10% and then I like post a picture. So I don't know if I posted a picture yet, but it's okay. What else happened? Oh, so what is it? The summer midnight festivities that happened over the weekend. Like they just ended yesterday. So I did join from Lindy Stitches. Oh, what's her name? Stephanie, Lindy Stitches, Midsummer, oh, what's it called? Anyway, so I did join that. And so I was able to watch, I did not go to any of the chat rooms. I did kind of dip in and out one time on Saturday because it was from Saturday to Sunday. And since we were on the road, because we drove from Utah, and I think it was like 18 hours. So I wasn't really in too many chat rooms, but I did go to a few of the like meet Flosstubers, meet your Flosstubers or something like that. And so the first one was, I'm looking to my husband for guidance because he had to listen to it. So I believe on Saturday, the first one, was it Jacob and Darcy? I want to say they were the first ones, but I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I'll just tell you who I seen. They don't have to be in order, right? So it was Jacob and Darcy, Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, and Darcy is, what's his whole handle? I can't remember his whole handle, but they were on there, and I swear I could listen to them for hours. The way they, their friendship is so cool. And I know they were trying to be a little censored, you know, but even just that, like they were just so fun, and seeing them both together, like, really made you feel like you were a part of a conversation, even though we weren't really there. So that was kind of cool. And then I did see EJ and Michelia from the Sunshine Stitchers. Watch them. You know what, actually, I thought that it would kind of be just like watching a Flosstube, but it wasn't, because you could actually, like, they got your questions in real time, so they could actually answer them. And so it was a bit more interactive than just watching a Flosstube. So that was kind of cool, seeing them respond to people and react to people. It was kind of funny. And then I've seen a little bit of Cheryl's from the Tiny Modernist. I got to come in at the tail end of her Q&A where she was talking about her newest exclusive release for the summer midtime, for the whole event. And that was actually really interesting because I really like her stuff, but I haven't really stitched a whole bunch of them. But I do have a couple that I grabbed when I was at Stitch North, when I got to meet her. Who else was there? There was one, oh, so there's Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching. Got to watch their meet and greet, and it was so good. Like, it was way better than what I ever thought, because I've watched a lot of their past videos, and like this one still, it was just way more efficient with the knowledge of getting caught up with them, because I didn't know that, like how StitchCon, that's hosted by Keepsakes in Cincinnati, Ohio, I didn't know how it was established and how, like, it's evolved over time. So they were able to give us like a quick update. That was just so cool. I like that kind of stuff. I'm nerdy like that. But overall, it was really good. I did grab a few exclusives, patterns and fabric that, the patterns, I will show that on my next video. And fabric, I will show that also when I get it. I didn't get too much, but I only got one piece of fabric, but I got like a wax tin that was there too. I thought that was cool. So, because we were in the vehicle, in the car while we were driving, I didn't want to deal with too many color changes and too many supplies. So and Friday, the reason why I couldn't like film on Friday before we left was because my little cousins had just learned how to cross stitch. And so we were having our little stitchy evening, and my one niece, who is she is very much more fascinated with cross stitch, and the younger one, she's just learning. They just being there watching them like discover things makes me not ever want to get rid of my stash. Because at first I was like, well, if I'm normally only, you know, focusing on like 40 count and 46 count, maybe I should get rid of like my 32 count or something like that. But now like they're into it, so now I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna keep my stuff. But because like, you know, they were working on their stuff, I still didn't want to work with something that had a whole bunch of colors. So I picked up an old WIP that I actually intended for my dad. So I'm actually glad that I picked this up, because now I think the reason why I stopped working on it was because I thought I messed up somewhere. And then I'm like, I'm noticing now after like almost 2 years of being, you know, in timeout, there's not a mess up. So anyway, so here is Fish and Ships by Long Dog Sampler. I'm using this silk from Silks For You. I don't have the information on it as of right now, but this is my progress. When I first started it, I think I'd only posted like this stuff here, and all this was not here. And so on the car ride and stitching night with my niece, or with my cousins, I got this far, and I'm actually like really into it now. So now I can't stop thinking about stitching on it. So I'm gonna try to at least finish the whale and try to connect the border over, because I'm wondering if my spacing isn't good enough. But I know this is a 36 count. I think it's Misty something or other in my next video, especially because I know I'm gonna be working more on it, then I'll have more information. But I love this blue on blue color combination, and my dad he likes to fish, so it's gonna go to him. My last thing here that I started working on, and I have not picked it up. I'm a little behind already. I was supposed to be working on it 1 day a week, and I think I'm probably like 3 weeks behind already. So probably what I'm gonna do is just work on it for a week and get caught up that way. But this is from Neri Shaded Stitchery. This is this Juneteenth day, and this is my progress on it. I think I did end up connecting it all the way over, and I started working on, there's like a flag right here, and then this part over here repeats. I have not done the fill in. There's like a colorful like alternating strip in there, and I think there's also like these little colors in here. I haven't done it yet, but I'm just trying to check my margins, because you know, math, it ain't for me. So I just risk it all, and I try to go up as far as I can, so at least I know that it's fine. I know it's gonna be fine. I have not yet had a moment where I ran out of fabric. I know one of these days it's gonna happen, but I've seen so many people now where that has happened, so I'll know what to do when it happens. But if I can pick this up for a week, it'll get me caught back up to where, you know, I'm supposed to be. I really didn't want this to last a year. Honestly, it shouldn't, but you know, life. I have not finished connecting this yellow part because I ran out of floss, but I wasn't ready to finish the thread yet on something else until I've reached over here, because this same motif is over here. So I'm not yet ready yet. So I'll finish that side when I get to the other side. But yeah, this Juneteenth day by Shaded Stitchery is behind, but I plan to get caught up soon. Alrighty, so plans. So I do have a grandchild, a fourth grandchild that's on his way, and I'll be able to meet him probably very soon. But I was thinking originally about using like that yellow fabric that's kind of opalescent for his bird sampler, and I did have a sampler that I was going to use, but then I was talking to my daughter and she's just like, I kind of want something a little different. So I let her go through all my designs and she picked out something that looks pretty good. So it is by Owl Forest Embroidery, and it is called Turtle. So what I'm gonna do is, she does not want the turtle. She wants to put all the birth information on the center, but she really loves these abstract like motifs around the border. And she also wants to change the color combination so that way it reflects their family. So she picked out, we're doing this all over FaceTime. So she picked out her fabric, and it is a 40 count peppermint ice by number 12 Stitch Co. It's this color here. Is that my needle? Okay, so my needle's in there too. So it's a 40 count ice, no, it's called peppermint ice. Peppermint ice. It's a big, huge piece, but I mean, obviously I'm not gonna use all of it, but it kind of has a little bit of a green hint to it. It actually looks just like the wall behind me, basically. So we're gonna use that for the fabric, and then she really likes the, you know, like the Nigerian flag. So we're gonna go with these colors for the zigzag motifs. So it'll be looking like that. It's a Roxy Floss conversion of Turtle by Owl Forest Embroidery. There we go. So I'll be starting this probably this weekend because it doesn't seem like it's gonna be like too complicated. Pretty repetitive. I should be fine. I should be fine. Another new start that is in the works is with my stitchy friends from Stitch North. We have come up with a design, not a design. We have come up with a new start. And is this all glued to this? This is a whole bunch. Okay, this is a mess. I have not organized this well. But from Heartstring Samplery, it is this design here. There we go. All right. So we have this design here that we're going to, is it a nod to libraries? The very existence of libraries affords the best evidence that we may yet have hope for the future of humanity. I like it. So there's like these little birds on the sides. I like those. My eyes always go to them when I see this up close. But yep. So I think these are all supposed to go to this. This is a lot. So if some of you are wondering why I'm like spazzing out a little bit, it's because I did pull floss from Stash, and because it calls for like Weeks and DMC, Classic Colorworks, and I'm just using my Roxy Floss conversion because I have enough. I have enough to do a conversion. I think one of the colors is with another project that I have here. So even then, I'll still just be able to pull the strands as I go if I'm not done with that project yet. But here's all the floss that goes with it. It's a lot of blues. There's a part of me that wonders if this is, yeah, I think this is all like roughly the colors that I'm going to be using. So we have our little section of our pinks and reds, and then you have our section of our greens, and clearly you can see a bunch of the blues, and then the lighter colors right here. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I did find a random piece. I believe this might be some fabric from Mason Linen that I got from Market earlier this year, if I believe that's correct. But I'm not sure what color it is. It didn't have, you know, any information on it, but yeah, so all the floss are gonna go on this fabric, and I think it looks really good. I think we're gonna start this during our next Zoom. Carmen from Cardamom Pins had also mentioned too, because she's gonna be in the Zoom too. I think as far as like everything else that I planned, I guess we'll find out in our next video. So much to think about. There's so many events that are happening right now, and I'm trying to keep up with them, but I kind of trip sometimes, but it's okay. For my last little bit here is the giveaway for Miss Corey from Miss Corey Creates on YouTube and Instagram. She has an Etsy account where she makes project bags. Her project bags are very, very good. She's a very skilled, creative person. On her YouTube, she does all the things. She does full coverage, she does smalls, she does bigs, she does BAPs, like she does so many things. She's so skilled. Then she sews, and she does all these beautiful dresses for her daughter, and like she's just a very phenomenal seamstress, sewer, crafter, creator. A lot of you have actually found my channel from Miss Corey, and I want to thank you for coming over. We are going to do our giveaway. I did a random picker just for any person who is a subscriber and comments, and I did do the drawing on Friday, and I printed it out because, yeah, it's only fair. So the person who's going to be receiving this Stitchy Kindness is Miss Karen MR, and she said beautiful, happy stitching. So Miss Karen, if you can reach out to me on Instagram, I'm under Daybreak. I'm Daybreak_Stitcher. We can connect over to Miss Corey, and you can pick your bag from her Etsy account, and she will have it sent out to you. If this goes out to anyone, wherever you live, you know, well, it's already over because we just did the drawing. Miss Karen, if you can reach out to me, I will absolutely get this all set up for you. All right, we are done. I don't have anything else to show right now that I can really get that far in depth with, because my time is not on my side today. I hope you all enjoyed what you watched and what you've seen. If you have any questions, please reach out, like, subscribe, and do all the things. Give me a follow over on Instagram if you are not familiar with me and I'm new to you. I appreciate all the support that I've gotten, the well wishes, and the very thoughtful comments. I really do appreciate them, and I read them all. You all have a wonderful new week. Happy stitching.